Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods up here. All right, guys. We actually have some breaking news right now. The Dallas Cowboys have re signed Lyle Collins to a 5-year extension. Um, I'm curious to see what the breakdown is on this. We know that Lyle Collins' cap hit was about 9 million and some odd dollars. What this may end up being, okay, because here we are. And actually, I want to get Vosh's take on this one because he talks about Lyle Collins' handwork a lot, and he's always talking about, Lyle Collins is not the guy and things like that. So I'm actually going to see if I can get in touch with Vosh and get his take on this one. Um, but with his cap number being as high as it is, typically what the Dallas Cowboys have done when they re-sign people, give you an example. Last year with Zach Martin, his cap number before the extension was, I believe, about 8 point something million dollars. They ended up signing him to a mega deal long term, and his cap hit went down into the fives. So with Lyle Collins being a a $9 million cap hit, probably this year will be more team friendly and create some cap space and relief down the road. Because the Dallas Cowboys, as far as money wise next year, before this deal was projected to have around $85 million of cap space. So the thing you have to like or realize with Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones is the money guy. He is the guy that deals with the contracts. Jerry is the face of the organization. Jerry is the mouthpiece that just roars. But Stephen Jones has done something that's been very good for the Cowboys. The Cowboys got straddled with a lot of bad contracts from Des Bryant, Tony Romo's, Demarcus Ware, Miles Austin, Jay Ratcliffe, Marion Barbarian. We just had a lot of contracts where we just went out and said, let's just pay that guy and not looking at the long term ramifications. Even though we signed Demarcus Lawrence to a big contract, 105 million, which made him one of the top paid defensive ends, there were, or basically, it was really a 2-year extension. You already had him franchise tag for this year, which was going to be about $20 million. You basically added on 2 more years on there, so you can walk away after 3 years without major pain. They also do things like with Zach Martin's contract, they put triggers in there where if they need $10 million, basically with the signing of a pen, they can convert um, money into guaranteed money and end up getting cap relief. So that's one of the maneuvers that the Dallas Cowboys do. I can't wait to see how that whole thing works. And it may end up being a precursor to getting Zeke signed and getting Dak signed because they're freeing up some capital. Um, Understand that if the Cowboys had cut Lyle Collins, they would have saved about $9 million on the cap. So I can guarantee you that this is going to give them some cap relief and some flexibility. So I guess that's some good news for the Cowboys. Um, the Cowboys have kept more offensive linemen on this roster this year than in typical years, and I think that's because you're looking at Zach Martin having a little bit of back issue along with Tyron Smith. And still, even though Travis Furtick has looked like he's back to normal, you're still not quite sure. And they realize that the backbone of this team is the offensive line. You need to protect your quarterback because you're about to pay him big time. You definitely need to open up holes for your running backs so that way you can keep your defense off the field and keep them fresh and making teams one dimensional. So the Cowboys have, since 2013, decided offensive line is where it's going to be. So hopefully that'll end up working out. Zeke Elliott, well, interesting. Who the hell knows for sure? We've heard Mike Leslie keep talking about it's close, it's close, it's close, tweeting every now and then, and it's just like that's the same thing you said 2 days ago. We've heard that they've gotten the money guarantee part down, and now it's language on actual compensation for each years. What I'm hoping happens with this deal is we end up getting Zeke whole, but we also don't necessarily straddle ourselves in the future by, if it ends up being that he ends up being the running backs, like typical running backs, that they start going downhill. I want to see him get paid because he deserves to get paid. When you look at what running backs are getting and the importance to them on the team because of the system in the NFL. And I had somebody last night that kept going through, well, he should honor his contract. He should honor his contract. Well, here's the reality. You have no choice. The NFL now is slotted. This is what we're going to pay you. It's not like you go to a job and say, I want to make X an hour. Okay. Doesn't work that way in the NFL. When you are drafted, and for your first 4 years or 5 years if you are a first round draft pick, this is the money you're going to get paid. That's it. You can either take that or you can just not play football. Find another league. And you have to take that because you are locked into that amount. No ifs, ands, or buts. And you see players that outplay their contracts. But for the NFL, understand that the average life expectancy in the NFL is 3 years. So you're never going to pay a lot of these guys any big bucks. And running backs especially, by the time the fourth year, fifth year, their better years are behind them. And that's why Zeke Elliott is doing what he's doing. Whether you agree with it or disagree with it, that's the facts of the situation. And hopefully they get this thing worked out. Jason Garrett basically has said Zeke Elliott's an elite athlete and things, and if we can get him on the field basically by Wednesday, actually he said by Saturday he could play Sunday. I just hope that we don't rush him on the field and end up getting a setback. Now, as far as our quarterback goes, quarterbacks are premium. And I know I got so many people that say that, I talk about Dak too much, but I just want to point out to you the reality of the situation here. Quarterbacks are few and far between. People say, go out and sign a veteran quarterback. Take a look at the Colts right now. Because Andrew Luck retired, Jacoby Brissett, a guy who was scheduled to make $2 million this year, they gave him another year onto his contract. And it's $28 million. In essence, now technically you could say, okay, he's getting paid $15 million a year, but really it's new money. So you could almost look at saying he's being paid $28 million for that next year. So as we look at Dak Prescott and start thinking about that and realize that the quarterbacks that they brought in to work out, Brock Osweiler, yeah, that guy. Brandon Whedon. It seems like the weed still has a place on the field. And Matt Castle. Do you guys remember 2015, 4 years ago, us having both of those guys on our team? Yet, they still are close to being on the field. Yeah, that tells you there ain't many quarterbacks out there. There's not. We should be thankful that we have one who is clutch in the fourth quarter, one who stays upright and on the field, and one who, thus far, haven't even paid $2 million over 3 seasons. Sometimes you got to count your blessings and be thankful for what you got. So, that being said, I got my day job to get to. A couple of things to make sure I handle and take care of business-wise. Saturday, Lava Cantina. We will be headed to Dallas Saturday morning. That plane leaves at 5:40 a.m. I cannot, oh my God, I can't wait. I cannot, oh, jeez, I can't wait to get there. But Lava Cantina between 2 and 4. We will be there for an autograph signing, meet and greet, you name it. I think Law Nation should be there. I know I'll be there. Michael Anthony Fitness will be there. Michael Gallup will be there. Zach Martin will be there. Travis Frederick will be there. It's going to be a party, so it's kind of like our pregame. We're going to be staying at Embassy Suites. We'll be doing some live streamings. We'll be getting out and about and doing all kinds of stuff in Dallas. We'll be at a tailgate with Randy White and Ed Too Tall Jones game day. And of course, we're going to be in the game. Miss Jackie, Sarah, L4G, Custom Fabrication. We've got a group of about 15 of us that are all going to be together. Now, one slight change up, guys. we're actually doing a group buy for tickets. Okay, my man Barry's taking care of it, and if you're interested in game packages, if you're interested in Lava Cantina, um, go to uh, cowboysexperience.com and tell them that Jobu Sports sent you. I'll put the link in the description in this as well. Um, we were going to have a corner 200 level section seats, but they couldn't get enough seats close together on that. So I think we're actually getting moved end zone lower level. So I hope that's not a problem for you guys. But we will be at the game. We'll be taking videos. We'll be doing updates. We'll give you a taste of the season opener against the Giants. And I got to tell you, I can't wait. So definitely check out my man Barry from Cowboys Experience. Tell him Jobu Sports sent you. And Lava Cantina, a great venue and everything else, and to have Dallas Cowboy players, like I said, contact Cowboys Experience. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, you're up to date with all that is the Dallas Cowboys.